Hey YouTube, it's Jessica and I'm here with a new video. If you noticed from the title, this is actually a Dollar Tree haul. I recently went to the dollar store and picked up these items. They're mostly Sesame Street themed, but the educational aspects in it, you know, can go for whichever child. And what I really like about Sesame Street, it's kind of neutral. It could go for either boys or girls, and kids love it. I want to start off with something that's like off topic, but I think can still be somewhat educational and fun. And I saw this Hello Kitty strawberry surprise cookie mix at the Dollar Tree. It's $1. I made sure that it wasn't expired just in case. Its expiration is June 28, 2017. But I thought this was like the cutest thing, especially like for little kids to assist in baking. I think that would be a really good activity. You can count, you know, how many eggs you need, how much of like vegetable oil you need. You can show them how to mix. That can be like a life skill. So there's so many different things that you can teach them while making these cookies with them. And I thought it was really neat that I'm sorry, my daughter's playing in the background, so if you hear lots of noise, that's what that is. So then I thought this was really neat for it. It has all the steps in the back, and it has a little like baking with Hello Kitty and different like activities for them to do like while you're baking. And they have little like edible images that you put on the cookie, which is adorable. So I thought this was really neat. So I picked it up to bake. My little one's a little too young to do this with, but I do have a nephew who is turning 4 who I think will enjoy baking these with me with Hello Kitty on them. That's that. So I thought this was a great find for $1 at the Dollar Tree. So we're starting off with this Disney Princess Repositional Sticker Kit. I really liked how handy it is. The packaging itself is reusable, so it's kind of like this little flap, like a little briefcase purse for a little girl. I mean, it could work for a little boy too. It does have 3 different seams. I'll show them to you. So the whole point of this is little removable stickers, basically, that you can set on different seams. So, of course, my favorite is the Little Mermaid, so I went ahead and did that one. So this is a sticker of Ariel, and then a sticker of swimming, singing fish, and Sebastian. So what you do is you could just remove the stickers. So for example, I'm going to remove Sebastian. It's made to be removable, so you remove him, and then I'm going to put him here in the Cinderella carriage scene. So you can position them and move them as you wish. It has 3 different scenes. So this is from Cinderella, this is from Little Mermaid, and then this is from Beauty and the Beast. 2 sheets of stickers, so this is what the stickers look like. So you get stickers from each basic scenes, but you can intermix them and put them wherever it is that you like. I only picked up 1. I don't recall how many different ones they had, but I really like the Disney one, so I just grabbed the princess one. And I really like how convenient this is. This will make a great on-the-go little busy bag for your kids, like restaurants or doctor's offices or wherever it is that you need your kids to kind of stay still and be quiet for a little bit. I think this is a great idea. They'll have fun, and I think it's a good little set to share too. I think you know, you have 2 kids, one can take one end of the scene, the other one can take the other end of the scene, and you can give them each a sticker sheet, and I think they'll be good. So I really like that. I really like this. I think this is a really neat idea, and this was only $1, so can't say no to that. The next item that we're going to talk about is actually books. I picked up these different sort of books at the Dollar Tree. These are all Sesame Street themed, just because my daughter is really obsessed with Sesame Street. So These three in particular are for her that she's a lot younger. I like how they're board books, and they're easy for her to like grab and like manhandle and stuff, and they won't get broken quickly because it's not loose leaves. And I really thought these would be nice. This is a bedtime one because we're struggling with bedtime right now, so I thought this would be a nice book to read to her at night to get her ready for bed. Next up is Oscar's First Book of Manners. I thought this was a really neat way to kind of like introduce manners to her with Sesame Street, and the earlier the better, right? So I thought this was a really neat one. And next up is Abby's First Book of Rhyme. This one I think is a little more simple for kids a little bit younger, so I really liked it. The pages are really nice and colorful, and like I said, they're really sturdy, so you don't have to worry about little ones are breaking the book apart. And then this last one is a let's learn about etc. etc. So this one's about horses and ponies, and this one's for a much older kid just because it is thin. It is like actual pages, like paper pages. So I wouldn't give this to a really young kid. I would give it to someone a little bit older or really wanting to learn about horses and ponies. So yeah, I thought this was really neat. All these books were $1, so I thought they were very inexpensive and very effective for kids. Next up is activity and slash like coloring books. I picked up a few of these just because they had a lot of different styles of them, and I wanted to get basically one of each. So start off with this one. This one's like a colors activity, so it shows different kind of matching and colors, and it's basically for a kid that already knows their colors, cementing in that they know the colors. I wouldn't use this for someone learning their colors like initially, because it starts off the bat like say the color of each train. So it's kind of to reinforce what they already learned and make sure that they know it to a T. So I really like this, again, for older child, not quite a 1-year-old, but I thought this was really neat. Next up is numbers. Again, this is an activity already for a kid that knows their numbers, and you're kind of like cementing in and confirming that they do know it, and maybe stepping it up like 7 and 8. They have a group of 10. So these are again for older kids that are already know their numbers, and you're kind of reinforcing it and ensuring that they do know them well. This is another numbers activity, and this one's a write and wipe, and I really like this because it's reusable. You can use it again. Again, with these books, you could laminate it and then kind of use a dry erase and then continue using it instead of like throwing it out afterwards. That would be very beneficial if you have more than one kid. You can have like laminate, you know, the pages, and then have them, you know, do the activity like one day while one is using the colors book, the other one can use the numbers book, and then when they're done, you wipe it clean and switch, and then they do the same activities. I think that would be really smart. Or you can pick these up. I think this one is really great for a kind of like busy bag activity, you know, on the go sort of activity for a kid. This is a numbers write and wipe workbook actually, and it has like practice tracing and drawing the numbers 1 to 5. So again, they would practice, you know, drawing 1 to 5, and it shows them at first like kind of how to do it, and then they continue doing it. Again, this is already for a kid that knows their numbers, learning how to write. Again, just reinforcing what they already know. So, hi Aria. Just reinforcing what they already know. I thought this was really neat, and I love how it is erasable and reusable. but these are paint with watercolor books. So this is really neat, I think, for younger kids who don't know how to like color within the lines and things of that sort. This is just like the paint is already on the sheet, so then they would get their paintbrush, wet it, and then just paint over it, and then Cookie Monster becomes blue. So I thought that was really neat to be on the go. There's less things you need to carry. All you need is like a little paintbrush, and then wherever you're at you can find water, or if you have a little water bottle you just use that to keep them busy. I love how the sheets, you can tear the sheets apart, so if you wanted to you could just take a sheet for each kid, and you don't have to worry so much about it getting messy. And also partly because you don't want to wet this and then flip and then that gets wet, so they made the sheets tear out, and then, you know, once you're done, you can just get rid of the sheet and you don't have to worry. So I really like that. And then even when you're done with the book itself becomes an activity for kids to play with. It says, with the help of an adult, cut out the cookies, and you make them stand, and then you throw the cookies into Cookie Monster's mouth, which I thought that was a really neat idea. So you can still use the book even when you're done with it. It still provides a game for you.